All right, guys, welcome back. So this week I'm going to do a little pros versus the Joes segment. I'm going to talk to you about why tour players can get away with getting in positions that you see yourself getting into and then you absolutely struggle from it. There's a few key matchups that you guys are missing that the tour players do perfectly. The first example we are going to talk about is when the regular golfer starts getting the club moving too far inside. Now, they're usually doing it in one of two ways. They get in here and they roll everything back behind them and start opening the face. That is by far the most common movement I see. The other movement I see a lot of is where they don't move their body and they just roll the club behind them and then start standing everything up with no depth, and it gets them in a lot of trouble. Hey guys, if you're interested in seeing what I can do with your golf swing, this is your opportunity. Check down below, see all the dates of my golf schools. Send me an email. Let's get you signed up. Now, a great example of a tour player who makes the movement that looks like it's way too far inside, but is an absolute stud when it comes to ball striking is Yannick Paul. He's one of the best ball strikers on the European Tour, and his coach is my buddy Shaheen Nakshivanti. Now, when he does it, everything moves inside, and the club head gets way behind the hands. But when you look at him, the club face is pointed down to the ground. It is really closed. Now, Yannick has a really strong grip, but he also turns his body going back. So he checks off two major issues that a lot of regular amateurs have. If you start getting in here and rolling the face wide open, you're going to have to do something to close it coming down. Most players are going to throw that club out in front of them, start coming over the top, big pull hooks. If they try and save it last second, really high, nasty slices, nowhere near the elite ball striking that Yannick has, because he can just rotate in that position and get a great strike on the golf ball. Now, if you go up without any turn, you're going to be in a position where the club just stands too tall early on with no depth. There is nowhere for you to go from that situation. And if you open the face, that is one of the worst possible positions you can find yourself in a golf swing. Now, another movement pattern I want to look at is the crossed up look at the top. So a lot of players get in here and get crossed up, and then they just pull down steep, hit this nasty slice, have no ability to execute golf shots. But if you look at a player like Matthew Wolff, he gets into a position where that's happening all the time, but he is one of the best ball strikers. He hits the ball a mile. His coach, George Gankis, has let this sit in his golf swing when everyone else wanted to change it. And I think it is an awesome move. Now, when you look at the regular player who's screwing up, they oftentimes roll early and get up here and stand up late trying to get the shaft vertical because everything was so flat down here they couldn't get back to the golf ball. Or a lot of players get in here and have a really short backswing where they're crossed up, which doesn't allow them any time to get back to the golf ball. Now, when you look at Matthew Wolff's move is awesome because he gets in here and he's going to get crossed up because there's absolutely no forearm roll. He just takes it up to the top. He's got a long backswing. He gets a lot of turn. From here, he's able to just shallow everything behind him and get into an excellent position where he can use his body to make an effective strike on the golf ball. If you are going to be crossed up, you want to get to the top crossed up because you don't have any forearm rotation. You have to make sure you get a big turn, get a lot of depth, and you have a long backswing. If you make a short backswing in that situation, you are going to find yourself in a lot of trouble every single time. Now, the final movement pattern that we are going to talk about is the laid off golfer. Now, a lot of players get laid off in their golf swing and then start pulling really steep down to the golf ball and get in trouble. You'll notice that all three of these movement patterns can lead as a byproduct to a very steep downswing, big slices, and just nasty shots. Now, a good laid off position to be in is if you have a shorter backswing. So if a player goes up here and they're fairly short, you want that club more laid off because it's going to just be able to fall into position. Now, if you get in here and you make a really long backswing, get up to the top, get really laid off, that's where you start to see this move. So remember, just a great thought for players. If you're going to be laid off, you want a shorter backswing. If you're going to have a long backswing, then you want to be more towards plane or even a little crossed up because you have time to recover from that position. I hope this video helps open your eyes to the differences in the movement patterns between elite players and the regular players. There are a lot of things that you're both doing the same, but generally the average golfer is missing one or two little things that keeps them from being a good, consistent ball striker. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Thanks a lot, you guys.